Welcome everybody to Grounded Yoga for Teachers. So today you will practice all those tips that you learned with teens teaching you. So that will help you with especially the first one, just to open yourself up by breathing and open up to the possibility of having kids teaching you. They'll teach you how to breathe, how to move with your breath, and how to find the forms of these poses that will work for you so that you can go back into your classroom with awareness, with feeling very strong inside, soft outside. We'll begin with a breathing exercise called Just Breathe. So sitting where you are, cross-legged, hands on your thighs, just close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, begin to tune into your breath. Become aware of how it feels in your body. Just notice if it's shallow or deep. Good. Then root your sitting bones down and begin to deepen your breath. Good. And now bring your awareness right where your sitting bones are and breathe in and allow your breath to travel all the way up to your throat, like an internal elevator. And then pause at the very top. Good. Keep the length you created and exhale your breath all the way back down to your sitting bones. Good. Again, fill up with breath. And pause at the very top. And exhale all your breath out. Continue breathing like that. And go back to the time when you decided to become a teacher, when you made that conscious choice to serve as a teacher. Remember the first time that a student got what you taught. And create a huge, huge breath. Fill up as much as you can. Good, and keep that fullness as a container and allow your heart just to melt straight down, just like it did that first time that a student got it. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Bow your head in towards your heart. Lift your heart up towards your head. And gently open your eyes.
Okay, for network, everyone please rise and stand together in a circle. Have every other teacher facing outwards. Now raise your palms and connect wrists with the person next to you. As you inhale, press into each other's wrists for support, and as you exhale, press your chest forward, like you're in Titanic. Lower your hands and now switch sides. If you're facing inwards, face outwards. Raise your palms again and connect wrists. This time as you inhale, make sure you move with your breath, elongating your side body as you inhale and raising your arm bones. As you exhale, press your chest through your arm bones, melting your heart and opening your heart up to your students or your fellow teachers. Lower your arm bones and switch sides again. As you inhale, rise, inhale as a group, feeling the pulse of the network through each other's wrists, breathing together, connected. As you exhale, press your chest forward, feeling the support of the network. Lower your arms and switch sides the last time. Inhale, making sure both your side body are long and your arm bones are raised. Now exhale, press your chest forward, feeling the support, pressing into each other's wrists, building a positive connection like you would do with your students, fellow teachers, and faculty at school. Bring your arms down and return to your mats. Now we're going to do bubblegum breath. So sitting cross-legged, place your hands on top of your thighs with your hip bones firmly rooted into the ground. Now imagine you're chewing your favorite type of bubblegum. Imagine that your stomach is a big pair of jaws chomping, opening and closing, getting your bubblegum ready to blow a huge bubble. So rotate your torso side to side and up and down, getting that bubble gum ready just perfectly for a nice big bubble. Once the bubble gum's ready, take a deep breath in and hold your bubble at the top. On the count of 3, you're going to exhale and slap your hands down your thighs, popping your bubble. 1, 2, 3. Now pull your stomach in towards your spine, exhaling and leaning forward. There you go. Now inhale again, spit out your old gum, throw it away, put it behind your ear, and take out a new piece of gum, different flavor maybe, and start chewing again, rotating your torso up and down, side to side, getting ready for an even bigger bubble than before. Now inhale and hold your bubble at the top, blowing an even bigger bubble than you did before, and admire all your other teachers' bubbles. Now on the count of 3, you're going to exhale and slap your hands down, pop your bubble again. 1, 2, 3. Pulling your stomach in towards your spine. Now we're going to go into washing machine. So come into a kneeling position, making sure that your feet are hip width apart and parallel, with your toes curled under. Place both of your hands on top of your shoulders. Now you're going to turn to your left and inhale, and turn to your right and exhale. Let your breathing guide your movements, moving to the left and to the right, inhaling and exhaling. You'll begin to sound like a human washing machine, washing away all the old habits that no longer serve you or your students. Now get ready for the dry cycle, rolling up all of the negative habits that no longer serve you or your students, like counting to 3 or flickering the lights, because none of it actually works. And then throw it, releasing it into the universe to be recycled into something better, like a positive connection with your fellow students in class. And now bring your hands down onto your mat for cat scratch fever. Make sure you're clawing the floor and that your second finger is aligned with the center of your wrist. Now inhale, curling your spine, leading with your chin like a happy cat. And now exhale, arching your spine like you're really mad. Maybe one of your students wasn't listening or paying attention or distracting other students during class. So you're just going to release all of the negative energy. Now inhale again, curling your spine, opening your heart, ready to give new beginnings to your fellow students. Now exhale, arching your spine again. Really mad, you can hiss. Inhale again, curling your spine, releasing all stress, and ready for a fresh, clean slate and a new day. That's the end.
From here, come into a neutral position. Claw your hands into the floor and move your knees back a few inches. Curl your toes under and lift your knees up into downward facing dog. And now mindfully walk your feet up to your hands into a forward fold. Now come all the way up and bring your hands to your heart. Now we're going to do breath of joy. So while you take 3 loud sips of air through your nose, bring your hands out, in, up, and exhale down. Now come into mountain at the top of your mat, bringing your hands to your heart. And think about some areas in your life you might need more joy in.
Okay, now we're going to really focus on trying to have a good attitude in the classroom. And a way of doing that is taking a laughter milkshake every morning. So take a wide stance with your feet out at opposite angles. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head and shine out like a star. Now imagine you have a glass of milkshake in each hand. You're going to take your right hand, send the milkshake up over your head while saying, "Aip, aip." Now you're going to do the same thing with the other hand, shouting, "Aip, aip." Now you're going to take your milkshake and swirl it. And then you're going to take a deep drink of it and laugh. All right. Inhale, bring your arms up again with the 2 glasses of milkshake. Send your right hand over. Aip. Send your left hand over. Aip. Swirl your milkshake. And then just for the fun of it, send it up over your shoulder laughing. Good. Step back into mountain pose with your hands at your heart. Inhale, your arms up over your head. Exhale, fall forward. Trying to touch your toes. If you can't, go ahead and bend your knees a little. Inhale through half lift, facing the wall in front of you, trying to keep your toes on the ground. If you can't, bend your legs, and that will help. And done.
Now, firmly root your fingers into your mat and bring your right leg back for straight leg lunge. Make sure you lift the back of your thigh up and that you have a 90-degree angle with your left knee over your left ankle. Now bring your left leg back to join your right for plank. And if you're working on straight arms, you can bring your knees down to your mat. And make sure you want to have a straight line all the way from your armpits all the way to your ankles. So you want to be nice and straight and flat. And now come down onto your stomach for flat like a pancake. You want your arms up by your chest with the tops of your arms parallel to the floor and your toenails clicking the floor. And make sure that your heart or the area between your 2 shoulder blades is melted and soft.
Action.
From here, inhale and lift your chest up into snake. And exhale, curl your toes under into downward facing dog. Bring your right foot up into straight leg lunge. And try to keep your back leg straight. Now step your left foot up to your right foot and look up for half lift.
Exhale, put your head back between your arms for forward fold. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head as you go back into mountain pose. And exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale, lift your arms up for Oompa Loompa, parallel to the floor. Inhale, sit back as if you're sitting in a seat. And exhale, lift your chest up. And you're going to take your hand and zip your mouth closed. Close your mouth. And then exhale, let laughter out. Do this 2 more times. Stand back up into mountain. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale and raise your chin into a half lift. And now bring your right leg back into straight leg lunge. Make sure you're hugging your legs together, hugging into your midline. And now we're going to make sure that both feet are firmly rooted, and you're going to bring your hands to the top of your thigh for warrior one up. And then once you're feeling strong in that pose, lift both your arms up above your head with your palms facing inwards. And now inhale, elongating your torso. And then exhale, arching your back a little bit and letting your arm bones fall behind your head and trying to gaze at your fingertips. Now bring both hands back down to your mat. And now bring your left leg back to meet your right for plank. If you're trying to keep your arms firm and straight, you can bring your knees down to your mat. And make sure that you have a straight line all the way from your armpits to your heels and that your heart's melted.
From here, lower down into your belly and click your toenails under for snake. Inhale and push your chest forward. You can even hiss if you want to. Curl your toes under into downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between your hands for straight leg lunge and try to fire up your back leg. Now, hug into your midline, and when you feel balanced enough, bring your hands up onto your thigh. And raise your arms above your head for warrior one up.
Exhale, put your hands back by your front foot and step your front foot forward for forward fold. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, forward fold, and stand up into mountain with your hands at your chest. Now it is important to let go of past regrets, bad habits. So inhale, lift your arms up over your head into a V with your hands in a thumbs up. And exhale, lift up your right foot as if you're stepping up on a box, trying to keep your arms up. Yes, in a right angle. And as you exhale, you're going to kick your behind. And do this 3 times and say ha with each kick. Ha, ha, ha. Good. Switch the other foot. Lift up as if you're stepping up on a box. Kick yourself 3 times and say ha each time. Ha, ha, ha. Good job.
Okay, from here we're going to do calm, steam, silly. And for this pose, you start with your hands at your heart, and you inhale calmly, and as you exhale, you let out a silly sound. Good. Lift your right leg behind you, and try again. And again. Now switch feet and do it again. Okay. And our next position is root tree rise. So for this position, you need to root into the mat with your left foot and bring your right foot to your right ankle. And use your left hand and bring it in between your shoulder blades. And as you lift your right hand, try to grasp the other hand. And breathe into your shoulders so you open up and your heart melts a little bit. And once you start to feel stable in this pose, you can even bring your foot above or below the knee, pressing into your foot with your other leg. Good. Release. Root down with your right foot now and bring your left foot to the inside of your right leg. Use your right hand between your shoulder blades and your left hand above. Really breathe into your back. Okay, good. And release. And now come to kneeling at the top of your mats, and we're going to do camel. So start with your hands at the back of your, right above your butt. And press your shoulders back as you inhale. And soften your throat and let your head follow as you press back. Breathe into your side body to elongate your sides. Press your shoulders back. And release.
Action.
Okay, now bring your hands down to your mat and come into downward facing dog. Make sure you melt your heart. Now walk your feet forward to come together up for mountain. Placing your hands in front of your heart. Now come into a circle for tree friends. Everyone touch palms with the person next to you. And now root your right foot into the earth. And you're going to bring your left foot, you can have it down so that your toes are touching the floor, or you can have it anywhere along your leg as long as it's not your knee. There you go. And then push your hips out. And now come down. And now root your left foot and bring your right knee up this time. Okay, and then pressing into each other's palms, open up your heart, feeling the connection between you and your fellow teachers as you support each other as tree friends. Okay, make sure you are rooting your left foot so that you are able to rise and elongate your side body and your torso, becoming taller and taller to your redwood. Raise your hands above your head. And now you can come down and release. And now hold hands with the person next to you, but this time at your side. And we're going to do the wave. You're going to come down into a forward fold, and everyone's going to follow in succession, going to your right. So. And now you come back up, and everyone follow on one side. There we and feeling the motions of the wave as you go up and down, learning to let go of the little details and see the bigger picture. And now come up one last time. Now release hands and bring your hands to your heart and namaste your fellow teachers. Now return to your mats for do the twist. And now come down. Now for do the twist, bend your legs, letting them fall to the right side. Now, as you exhale, twist your head to the left with your arms out by your sides. Breathe in and breathe out. Now inhale, coming back to neutral, and then take your legs to your left side this time, allowing your head to fall to the right. Making sure that your arms are still out by your sides. And now inhale, coming back into neutral, and now you can straighten your legs and lay down, preparing for Shavasana.
Take deep breaths as you let your body relax. Imagine your toes are filled with warm honey, which soon spreads to your ankles, and then up your calves, through your kneecaps, bringing warmth and sweetness all throughout your legs. The warm honey will then continue up through your hips and into your tummy, up to your chest, relaxing your shoulders. The honey will continue through your shoulders, down your arms, to your elbows, your wrists, and your hands. The honey will go up your neck and into your face, softening your entire face, bringing sweetness and warmth all throughout you. Imagine yourself in the perfect classroom. Everything is neat and orderly, and there are no loose papers anywhere. It is bright and sunny, and you have a shiny new apple on your desk. The students begin to walk in calmly, and everyone hands in their homework with a huge smile on their face. "Good morning," they say, as they quietly take their seats. Now you are ready to teach. This is a safe place where you can teach anything you want, any way you want. You are not bogged down by stressful faculty meetings or ornery students. Everyone is eager to listen to what you have to say. Imagine taking the chalk or other writing utensil as you inhale, and let your knowledge flow from you with each exhale. Visualize yourself giving them the sweetest knowledge they could ever receive. What would you say from your heart that would change their lives forever? Continue inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Bring your awareness back to your breath and hug your knees into your chest. Connect your breathing with your fellow educators around you as you prepare to return to the present. You are surrounded by people who share your love of teaching. Feel their support as you use your hands to lift yourself into a comfortable seated position with your hands at your heart. Notice if you feel any different. Better practice, stronger, more flexible. Thank you for sharing your practice with us today. Please go out in the world refreshed and joyful. Namaste.
Namaste.